Hey guys, and welcome to another Tower Fantasy video. And today we have a lot of information about the different things coming to 2.0, confirming a lot of stuff like different new items, costumes, and more. So let me not waste your time and let's jump right in. In my last video, I predicted that Lyn will be the first banner in 2.0 because it just didn't make sense that they would release two flame weapons back to back. But apparently, the next limited time character right after Cobalt B is no other than Ruby herself. This was confirmed by a reliable leaker from Twitter, and I will be leaving a link to his page in the description below. I just want to say that this is very unexpected to me. I really thought that Lyn will be the first one since a lot of things pointed towards it happening, but knowing how reliable this source was, it's most likely that Ruby is actually the first one. And for those of you who are wondering about her kit, yes, Ruby will also come with the Flame Resonance just like Cobalt B. So this is just very unfortunate for Cobalt B because Ruby is just better in every way, even with Cobalt B getting her Shatter rating buffed. I also want to mention that as of now, Ruby's Shatter and Charge ratings are staying the same as her CN version, which is nice to see. I would have preferred it to be changed into like a 10 and 10 split, but this is still good regardless. Now moving on to the changes when it comes to her skills and advancements. Some of her advancements got a pretty significant nerf, but this is expected since this seems to be the path they're taking when it comes to balancing the units in the global version. For example, her first advancement's basic attack damage increase was reduced from 182% in CN down to 80% for global, which is pretty massive. I won't go over every single detail about the advancements and the changes, but just know that the other advancements are also getting this much of a nerf aside from her second, fourth, and fifth advancement. Her advancements are getting nerfed, but her skills are getting buffed. And looking at her skills, they got some pretty generous buffs, at least on the flat damage part of the attack. When you look at her normal attacks in CN, the first hit of her normal attack will deal damage equal to 84.6% of attack plus 4 on each target. But the global version has 84.6 of attack plus 320, which is a huge buff for Ruby. It seems like they really want her to be more of an on-field DPS rather than just relying on her abilities to deal significant damage. And if I were to guess, I think this is the final version of the stats that she has because from what I've seen previously, correct me if I'm wrong, we haven't actually seen any leaks that were changed for the actual release in global. So I'm confident that this is most likely the final values in her attacks. There are also other buffs to her kit, but I think it would make the video too long if I read everything word for word, so I just want to let you know that there's nothing to worry about her damage. If anything, she's actually looking very strong, and it's not a bad thing by any means. Although one downside is not regarding her kit, but her matrices. Her matrix bonuses were nerfed quite a bit, so if you were planning to get a few copies, it might be worth checking out the changes to see how you feel about it. These buffs for Ruby is just really unfortunate for Cobalt B, because even more people will be going for Ruby instead. And speaking of Cobalt B, another big news is that we will also be getting two different costumes in 2.0. We will get a skin for Ruby and another one for Cobalt B. This is great for all of you who are big fans of Ruby and Cobalt B because it won't just change how the character looks, but it also changes how the weapon looks as well. And it seems to me like you will also be able to change the color of the outfits, but I'm not really familiar with what they have on CN, so I'm just basing it on the icon on the side with skin with the rainbow thing. But if any of you guys know if you can actually change the colors or not, let us know in the comments below. As of making this video, new information is coming in, and it seems like we will be getting new equipment, mount parts, and new items in the store. So if you notice the two empty slots in your equipment menu, we will finally be able to get pieces for those slots to make our characters stronger. And I also noticed on the post that they will be adding new presets for the equipment, so that will be a very nice quality of life change because we will all eventually have different sets for different teams, so this is definitely much appreciated. So looking at the new vehicle parts, these look like the ones for the hover bike from one of the 2.0 trailers which was released like a few weeks ago. So if you're like me and you love collecting mounts, this is definitely something to be excited about. And another piece of good news is that we will be able to get 1 extra gold nucleus, 1 proof of purchase, and 1600 extra energy crystal dust from the support store. It does require a new type of currency to buy these items, but it's still nice to have in the game. Also, if you're interested, you will also be able to get new profile icons of Lucia and that unicycle hammer guy from the joint operations, and each one of the profile icons will cost you 3000 support points. So if you fancy any of these icons, You can start saving up 3,000 so you can buy it immediately right when the update drops. And the one last thing is that we will also get a new SSR Relic for exploration. We will be getting the new hoverboard, which will be used to traverse the desert in Vera. But I'm not really excited for this because I prefer using my mounts when traveling. So yeah, overall, this is some big news for the future of the game. Although it's very unfortunate for Cobalt B since more players will be skipping her knowing that Ruby will be the next banner right after her. On the bright side, the players who want Lin and Sakifuwa and other future characters will definitely have more time to save their resources and save up their black crystals for their pulls. That's about everything that we have for the upcoming things in 2.0. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss any videos. I will definitely be updating you guys once the new information drops. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.